This is vital. I ain't playing with this. You got to get them overseas. You got to get them overseas. Kindergarten teachers, here's how you say this. Someday when you go to China. Do you? When you go, not if you go, not maybe you will go, when you go to China. And I love it. And we need to start telling them this, and over, the most important thing you will do in college is go abroad. It is the most, that and getting your degree. Those are the only two things I want. When I speak to groups of college students, I have a whole presentation on study abroad. When I speak to groups of college students, I tell them, if you don't go abroad, I will find you. Because if you ask parents, whenever I ask groups of parents, how many of you didn't study abroad and really wish you had? Every single one of them raises their hand. Let's put this in perspective. There are 2 times in your life that you can drop everything and go live abroad for a year or 2. They are college and when else? Retirement. So you get to go and have this biggest adventure of your life either when you're 24 or when you're 74. Hey, guess what it's more fun? 24. Guess when it hurts less to make those stupid mistakes? Okay, because you don't remember. So yeah, so although you're bilingual, so your brain still works, so you gotta, yeah. Because that's really what study abroad is. It's having this opportunity to take you and make you bigger. Have adventures and find out things about yourself that you never knew. And learn how to recover from mistakes. This, to me, was one of the best pieces of study abroad. You have experiences, right? How many of you have made a horrible mistake abroad and been embarrassed? The rest of you are liars. Until you are standing at the Frankfurt airport, not speaking German, using the restroom and being screamed at by a drunk German man because apparently you cut him off, because there was a special way to line up for the bathroom at the airport in Germany, because of course there is. You have not lived, right? You have not lived. You will make those mistakes. This is what, to me, global competence is really about. It's not will you make the mistakes. You will make the mistakes. It's how do you recover. And let's go back to the example I used earlier of the grandpa, the parents, and you. When we went into Afghanistan, when the United States started the major operations in Afghanistan, the first group they sent over to work with the Afghani tribes were the generals, the older generals. And they had this problem where they would go into rooms, can I borrow your chair? They would go into rooms and they would sit down and they would do this. They would cross their legs. Anybody tell me why that's bad in an Arabic culture?
I think it's like, it's a cursing of it.
It's a shoe. It's the bottom of the shoe. Yeah, showing the bottom of your foot is considered to be very disrespectful. So, you are globally competent people. Here's my question. Would you make that mistake? Yes, you would make that mistake. The question isn't would you make it, it's how do you react to it. The generals, the older generals from my grandfather's generation, their reaction is, we are America. You will look at my foot? And if you want my help, you will like it. That's a problem. No one wants to work with that guy. So then they had the same issue with the people from my parents' generation, who showed the bottom of their foot and saw the reaction in the room, and they thought, these people are dangerous. They do not like my American foot. They must be destroyed. This is a problem. A globally competent person would do the following. First, I hope I would do some research. But I know me. I wouldn't. I would just go. I would sit, I would show the bottom of my foot. You would be horrified. I would say, I have seen that look on the faces of many Germans. I have done something wrong. I would go ask my friend, who was German, and my friend who was German would say, John, you're an idiot, don't do that. So I would go back to the meeting the next day and I would sit and I would say, I apologize. Is that me? I would say, I apologize. I didn't know that this was a piece in your culture. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. Can we please get back to work? Who wants to work with that guy? We all do. That's how you do this. It's not do you make mistakes. You will make a lot of mistakes. Please make them at 24. Please make them at 19. Please don't make them at 40 when you're supposed to be closing a deal for Airbus.